Welcome to Landslide News. What's reigning right now at the National Assembly, the Senate, is bow and go. Okafo, you can bow and go.
Yeah.
Nigeria, you are not going. Nigeria as a country,
yes.
Most of these all of the ambassadorial appointments are going to represent Nigeria in a foreign country that have different religion, different ethnicity. I mean, our foreign policy, because we have a foreign policy act, they need to go there with. Most of them have never been ambassadors before, and no question, you just tell them to buy and go.
You know, I've always said it that I do not believe a screening, by the Senate should be a combat ground. It shouldn't be a Senate versus, the appointee. But it is not the best thing to always tell them to buy and go. I think that's the slightest opportunity they have to showcase to Nigeria, tell Nigerians how much they are prepared, their ideology about the new assignment given to them. Yes, some might have been senators before, some might have been, even governors before, some might have been, ministers before. But the new assignment is a different thing. There is no two functions or two portfolios that are exactly the same. So they lose the opportunity to show or talk about their idea. They start of the abundance of the heart. The mouth speaketh. So let's have their idea about certain things. Telling them to bow and go, you are not helping them. You are not helping Nigerians. So I don't know who you are helping, except you are just saving time for the Senate. But that's why we elected you to do the work. You don't have to finish it in one day. So give them 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. Maybe we are not querying their qualification, we are not querying their background. Of course, the president has looked at their background before appointing them. What is even most important here is the new assignment. How are they prepared for it? What is their idea? Do they even know what they are appointed to do? Like I've always said, though this is about the Sodoria, in other countries, when appointing ministers and all that, the portfolios are assigned from beginning. This screening creates your opportunity to say, oh, this is my idea about finance ministry. This is my idea about labor ministry. This is my idea about science ministry. This is what I want to do. That even gives you the opportunity to match my function to my background, my qualification, what I've done before, things I've done before, and what I might be able to do. This bowing and going, well, it appeared to be good for the appointee, but I don't think it's good for any other person.
The bow and go syndrome, the only way we know that you bow and go is if you're a former senator or former ministerial appointed person in this category. But now, all the female ambassadorial nominees that we have seen is a bango stuff. How do you go?
Even when you talk about former minister, former senators taking back and go, I don't seem to share that idea. Because at a point we thought the Senate has woken up from their slumber, they fall deep into a deeper slumber. Because last week or thereabout, the new minister was appointed and they did a very good job. And that gave Nigeria an opportunity to know the Minister of Defense they are having, what he set out to do. The man marshaled out his plans for the defense, how he intends to ensure that with these things in place, the country will be safe. But here we are sending people to represent us in other country that has to do with foreign policy and has to do with how those people will relate with us in terms of doing business with us and the like. And we are saying that people should take back and go. We don't know this person, assuming that yes, because we are asking them to take back and go because of their antecedent. Do we have any antecedent from these persons? Former First Lady of Imo State, former First Lady of Oyo State. How has that got to do with the antecedent in terms of foreign policy? It has nothing to show. This is a very very dangerous trend the Senate has taken, asking ambassadorial nominee to take back and go without knowing what they set out to do, without even finding out whether they know what the president
wants them to do in a particular country or designate.
It's a dangerous trend.
All right, information filtering to us, telling us that in Bayelsa, the former the deputy governor, the sitting deputy governor, Senator Jakpo, whatever you call him,
Lawrence, just call it Senator
Lawrence, slumped, but he's been taken to the hospital. He's on ICU and he's stable. We hope he remains that way.
Yeah, we were just praying for him, and because one, he stood for PDP, saying, "Oh, my principal is the governor, decamp to APC. I'm going to remain with PDP. The mandate I have is from PDP, and I have to be there. During this trying moment, it's sad to hear that he slumped. I just hope God.
Senator Lawrence every jackpot.
Yeah, in a man's life, a time like this comes for a man. Yes, it's a trying moment for him. But again, a man who stood for truth, if he end up this way, he will be remembered for something. I think he had done well. But we pray that, this will not be his end, but he will come out and tell us his experience and begin to stand for truth and begin to showcase that he's a man of character and integrity.
Nengi, stepping on the president's toes, said, if you take my security, take that of your relatives, take that of Sheikh Tinubu, take that because we just had Sheikh Tinubu in the news when Professor Wole Soyinka was talking about that it's like a battalion that he has, both of military, police, everybody follow him. Nengi said, no, if you take my security, you take Shei's own, you take your daughter's own, everybody around you, you take them.
Nengi said something. Sometimes we try to look for solution where the solution is not. The reason why we have not conquered Boko Haram is not because we don't have enough police people. It's not essentially that. Go and look at what has led to our failures. Some army officers saying they are waiting for command. Some people say we are not allowed to arrest. Some people say we had one soldier who said they are feeding me with gari and granite for how many days. These are, you don't solve problem just to play to the gallery. Maybe somebody is angry that a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria having only one police officer with him is not much. It's not much. One police officer. Senator Nengi said he has been a public officer since 1999. He has always maintained only one police officer. And he was withdrawn without letting him know. Certain policy, we just throw it out to make people happy. But that is not what caused the problem. You leave what caused the problem. And Senator Nengi said something. He said there are private people, entertainers, moving about. I don't know. He has to prove that they are still moving about with those security after this declaration. He needs to prove that. Those are the areas they should go. Entertainers, musicians, celebrities going about with police officers. It's wrong. They should go with private security. Not even NSCDC. Not even civil defense. They should go with private security. That's why you have private security, bouncers and all those ones.
No, but in Nigeria they don't carry. They are not licensed to carry.
So who is licensed to carry them? That's following you.
Police and NSCDC.
So you see, why do they need that? Let me tell you. Why do they need that? Why do they need that? Why do they need that? So a public officer going with one policeman, for example, a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Nengi has right to be angry. Because if you see a son of the president was going about with battalion, Senator Nengi is talking about in-laws and friends and girlfriends and all those who are not even elected. Those who are not elected, okay. Friends who are female that are not elected. They are not elected. Whereas an elected senator, you only have 3 senators that represent a state. A senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that with only one. That one is not what to stop Boko Haram. Let me tell you, what to stop Boko Haram, we have known the problem. Advanced intelligence is given to the Nigerian authority and they don't act. Instead of kill the bandits, they go there and negotiate with them and leave them. That's the problem. The problem is not one senator, one police that is following a senator. Let's call a spade a spade.
Philip, Nengi said you can't do this. If you do it thoroughly.
You see, this is what we've been lacking in this country. Men of courage, men of honor, men of integrity, men who can stand on their own feet. Senator Nengi has shown that courage to say to Tinubu that, look, the same law that is applicable to me is also applicable to you. If you must implement the law to the extent that I should go without police, every other person, including you, because the law is not, we don't have 2 laws in this country, shouldn't have security. And that is why he said, look, you don't have the right to withdraw my personal orderly, because it is my right entrenched in the law as a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And that's why he make reference. Imala Makafa has said it all. It is not because of the orderly that are guarding the public officer in this country that is the problem, that is the cause of the failure of government for not solving the problem of the insecurity. Then we are told that the Yawata information was given to government 2 weeks ahead. Nothing happens. We were told that the Kebbi issue, most recent one, information was given to the governor, and the governor gave out the information to the security personnel, and the personnel were dispatched there and they were withdrawn. We also told, or rather we are seeing a video of a sitting Minister of Defense State calling that his boys should be released. Criminals that were caught in the act, calling them his boys, and they were released. These are the issues that are surrounding the insecurity, not the men oddly that are following government officials around.
10 seconds to add to that. 10 seconds. If all the Fulani bandits are disarmed, will you even need to secure yourself?
No. All right. The House of Rep is calling for a probe into the killings in Adamawa State of about 11 persons or thereabout shot allegedly by the soldiers. I hope they really carry that out.
Yeah, not only House of Rep member, a lot of people are calling for that. I also spoke about it this morning. I don't want to spend time on it. Even during the war that is declared between army and army, you don't shoot children, you don't shoot women, let alone when there is no war against you people from Nigerian women who were just protesting your late arrival. They cannot maintain or make people believe that they do not have intelligence, that they go about by trial or luck. So they just go to any village by trial or luck. They don't know who they are going to confront. They have no idea of the risk they are going to confront. They have no idea of so that they mistook those women for something else is error in their intelligence, failure in their intelligence. So there's no excuse. They should be investigated, and appropriate actions taken.
All right, Turaki says that we have the papers with us now. We are the real INEC. We are the real PDP.
Yeah.
The INEC, we are in synchronized with them. They recognize us. We are the real PDP. PDP seems to be getting out of the doldrum.
Well, that's what it looks like. When I was in school, I was taught by a professor by name of Chukura, blessed memory, he's a senior advocate of Nigeria. He did say that a man who has something doesn't announce himself. If Turaki knows very well that INEC has recognized him, he doesn't need to come to the podium to showcase how he's being recognized. I am not saying that they are not
on the pathway.
He's just trying to show that this is all part of image laundry. Yes, they might be on the pathway, but they are not there yet. Because if they are there already, you don't have to announce it. He should do more. We agree. We applaud it that he's doing very well. But this is not the time to go to the street and sing his own praises. He should do more and allow Nigeria to sing his praises, just like we have always sung his praises before now. This, I don't think, is the right step in the right direction. I don't think INEC, his name is in the INEC portal or INEC website as of today as the PDP national chairman. If he is, he shouldn't have done what he is doing.
But Okafor, he brought out the INEC forms. He said, no, you can't release it to someone that is not on the portal.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can take if you're a PDP member, you can take there's a current judgment of any member of a party being able to submit that. First of all, let's thank Turaki for the effort he has made towards helping and ensuring that democracy in Nigeria survives, sustain or survives, whichever. So we will have to applaud him for that. Yes, I will ask him to wait. There is a code INEC normally sends to every chairman of a party to submit the name of the candidate in a portal. Let's see whether that code will be sent to Damago that they have on their portal, on the register, or it will be sent to Turaki.
But from you guys' tone, it looks as if you're still thinking that there's a faction in
No, not just a faction.
So what we are saying here is that
recognition is a milestone.
You see, Damagu and Turaki, they are on one line. If the Damagu name remains in INEC and the information is sent to him, Turaki could easily have access to it and display it.
And this also shows you that Adeleke was not really facing any serious problem, because there is somebody in INEC register that can submit his name if he had remained in PDP.
I think the Adeleke decision was a hasty decision to say that the PDP is no longer a place where he can pursue his next ambition of being re-elected. Because from what we have seen, from what Turaki has shown, that PDP, the PDP body he belongs to, still have what it takes to submit his name, but he never waited.
All right. In closing, they say Adeleke was not patient enough. That's one of the things he lacked as a chief executive. Well, let's look on from there. Thank you for hanging on.